everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bang Theory Rewatch podcast. Here with Contrell. We're on season 2, episode 4. It's called the Griffin Equivalency. I can say that word. In this episode, Raj basically is terrible. He discovered this like planet, and People magazine named him like top 30 under 30 to watch, and he just becomes like so awful to all of his friends and really obnoxious. None of them want to go to like the award ceremony with him. So then Penny's like, oh, you guys are terrible, I'll go with you. And then he gets drunk and tries to kiss her, and yeah, it's not great. Control, what do you think?
This is the second episode. I feel like they focused on Raj and they made him a complete asshole.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that gets better in the show. Like he becomes more of a likable guy, because right now you don't like him because he doesn't say anything, and then when he gets alcohol, he's obnoxious. So I feel like they need to do more with his character at some point, but hopefully, I mean, they have how many more seasons, so I'm sure they have to he has to mature in that way.
Well, the funny thing is, like, watching it now, it's like his character is pretty bad, but Sarah's like watching, and she's on like, I don't know, getting close to the end, like season 12 or something, and I said like the other night, I was like, Raj is my favorite. Like, for like that episode, like he had like really good moments and stuff, and it's like watching it now, it's like his character is terrible at this point in the show. So
he grows. So we'll say that he grows.
He gets a lot better.
Good.
Did you have what was your funniest moment in this one?
Actually, my funniest moment was Gable Hauser when he like rubbed Howard on his head. I don't remember his exact words, but he was something like, "Come on, little guy," and he like rubbed him on his head or something. That was pretty funny.
It was
when he was calling everyone else doctor, and he just called him Mister, which hurt my feelings too. But
yeah, that was funny. I was cracking up at Sheldon's like facial expression when they told him that he needs to try to smile.
Yeah.
They
compared him to the Joker.
He looked terrifying. I was like, what? Yeah. Also, because it will come up in the future, and it's not really a spoiler. This was the episode where there was the first mention that Sheldon's mother had him tested that he wasn't insane.
Okay.
So a lot of times people are like, oh, like he's insane or something. And he's like, no, my mother had me tested.
And does that come up in the show, in the other show, the Young Sheldon show?
I mean, I haven't watched through all of Young Sheldon yet, but it hasn't to this point. But that could have happened later when he gets older at some point.
All right. We should also mention that this episode was directed by Mark Sandrowski. Originally aired October 13th, 2008. So there you go.
Wow. It's been a minute. Also, like the scene in the beginning with Howard, I just had to mention it because he was just cracking me up with how like awful and creepy he was being, like about like the Chinese food order, because he was like saying, I don't even remember exactly what he said, but he was like, oh, you like delicious little things, and he's like, I'm not necessarily talking to the Chinese food. And she was just like looking at him, she's like, sit over there, and just like made him go away.
Who was the shrimp with lobster sauce?
That would be me. Come to Papa, you unkosher delight. I'm not necessarily talking to the food.
Sit over there.
See, she behaved more like I thought she would at that point, where she was just like, you know what, I'd rather eat by myself than hang out with you guys. And that's what I felt like she should have been doing for a whole season and a half now. But yeah, I hope. Well, I feel like his act is going to get old at some point, so I hope they change that up also.
It'll change up for sure. All right, they have to,
because he has funny moments that doesn't necessarily have to be cringy towards Penny.
Yeah, I agree with that. Did you have?
I must say though. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did you have a most cringeworthy moment for him?
I found Sheldon to be cringe too in this episode. Like, I don't know. Sheldon and Howard. I don't know if I like this episode. I can't.
I don't think I
did. Yeah, I don't think I did. And his I guess the cringe word, the Ellen Page jokes didn't age too well either. So I think and him looking at the website for the Croatian women.
Oh, yeah, it was like getyourgreencard.com.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
Anyway, him saying his username was like
like large penis or rich
wealthy
man
large
penis.
Yeah, wealthy large penis or something. I was like, great. Awful.
Awesome. Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty terrible. So we should mention our guests in this episode. We had a couple, most of which have appeared before, but one that has not. Would you like to share?
Oh, Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess at the time, 2.5 Men was running, and it was also a big hit by the same guy, Chuck Lorre, I guess. So I'm sure it was just an easy crossover, but
yeah,
I never watched the show. I don't really know Charlie Sheen except from the parody movie he did, which is Hot Shots. Did you ever see Hot Shots? I think it was called Hot Shots. It's like a Top Gun parody, yeah. Okay. But that's the only thing I can recall seeing him in. So it was cute little cameo.
It was funny. Yeah. I enjoyed something to knock Raj back in his ego because he was just being super annoying.
Being obnoxious, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And Dr. Gablehauser, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Gablehauser was back, who's Mark Harlick, and our two other guests were Raj's parents on the video call. Brian George as Raj's dad, and Alice Amter as Raj's mom.
And you know what else was back?
What?
The Grasshoppers.
Yeah, I know.
Which we still haven't had.
I know. We're
supposed to go out and we'll go out and I'd be ashamed to go to a bar and ask for one. I guess we'd let you do that.
Would you really be ashamed?
Probably. Hey, can I have a grasshopper? They'd be like, what?
I mean, honestly, I'm expecting them to be like, what is that?
Oh, really?
I feel like that's not a common drink.
I mean, the Cheesecake Factory sells it, so maybe we'll go there.
Yeah.
Penny knows how to make them.
You're not ashamed to order a pink drink. It kind of looks like the same.
That's
color,
different. You can order it on the app. If I could order a grasshopper on the app, I would do it.
Can you order a pink drink in person at Starbucks?
No.
No? Because
I can always be like, oh, it's for my daughter in the car or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
Thank you.
I see what you're doing.
Yep.
All right. Did you have anything else for this episode? Honestly, I didn't enjoy it that much, so I didn't have a huge amount to say about this one.
Yeah, I didn't. I feel like I didn't laugh much, maybe once or twice.
Yeah, I had a couple.
Yeah, I don't remember when they were, but I should have written them down as I laughed, but I didn't. So, but not my favorite just because of the way Raj is acting. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it could easily be better if he got over his fear but yeah, who knows? In the next 20 or 30 seasons, whatever they have, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, to see his growth and everything, but
yeah,
it's already they went through the whole first season. I don't know, I know the show has a long trajectory, but it's still he needs to be doing something more at this point. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like they don't like dedicate enough to like his character because it's all just about like him not being able to speak, and they don't spend enough time with him like with his friends to like have good parts about him.
Right. Cool. Nice.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you next time for episode 5, season 2.
Season 2. All right. Thanks, guys.
Keep going.
Bye.
Bye.